Well, for some more analysis of these results, we're joined by Ulrich Brückner, Professor of European Studies at Stanford University in Berlin. Many thanks for joining us. This was a disaster, wasn't it, for the parties comprising Olaf Scholz's coalition. Where did they go wrong, and what would it take to rebuild their voter base and regain trust in the face of really quite significant economic challenges in Germany?
Well, it is not just a terrible day for the Ampel coalition, as we call it in German. It is a low point for Germany as such. If you would have asked me 10 years ago if I would sit on an international program commenting on a neo-Nazi party winning a regional election, I would have simply ruled it out. So this is something that is something to chew on and to digest. And I don't think it is just because the ruling coalition in Berlin made terrible mistakes. They announced that they will do a lot to transform the country and prepare for the challenges of the 21st century. They communicate terribly, and they made a lot of technical mistakes. So this alone would have been already enough to lose elections. But then there are a number of other factors that Alternative für Deutschland and the other populist party knows way better how to play populist communication strategies. They appear on TikTok if they are the coolest movement ever, and they instrumentalize people's fears, which is a very particular case in the former east of the divided two Germanys, and they know how to play the game there well, which makes it a little bit less terrible, because given the special situation in Saxony and Thuringia, one cannot simply generalize and expect that something similar will happen next year in national elections.
So they know how to play the game. How have they tapped into economic discontent as well? The auto industry is absolutely central to the German economy, with Volkswagen talking about closing factories and its job security program. How does the car industry and the government step up efforts to support the industry and the workers in it and address this sense of decline that people seem to be protesting against at the ballot box?
Well, ironically, the country has never done better economically. When you look at macroeconomic factors and when you just travel through those areas in Saxony and Thuringia, I don't think that there has ever been a moment in time in history in which the country looked more flourishing. But this is what happens on the surface. When you look closer, then you see that 50 regions in Germany with the highest average age, 42 of them are located in East Germany. So people have the feeling that this is slowly turning into a retirement home, which is not looking bright for its future. But there are a lot of investments, and specifically investments in Eastern Germany. Dresden, the capital of Saxony, received 4 billion subsidies from the European Union to establish another semiconductor factory. They will be the 5th largest producer of semiconductors in the world. So no one can say there is nothing going on and they are forgotten and second-class citizens. But what I meant by they are playing it right is that it creates a feeling of we are second-class citizens in the East. And this has been a friendly takeover by Westerners who hold the leading positions. It's kind of disconnected from the actual socioeconomic situation on the ground.
Really good to get your thoughts on this today. Thank you very much indeed. That's Ulrich Brückner, Professor of European Studies at the Stanford University in Berlin. Many thanks.